Hello everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with our debut battle report. Yes, I'm very excited. It's the very first one. We're actually doing a battle in my home.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. I am joined by ADR Wargaming.
Hello.
Otherwise known as Adam.
Hello.
Otherwise known as 5 Minute 40k.
Yes. Yeah.
Which you can find on YouTube.
You certainly can, yes.
And you can find you as ADR Wargaming on Instagram.
Yes, ADR Wargaming, all one word on Instagram, and 5 Minute 40k on YouTube for sort of short guides to units and models and rules and lore as well. So if that's your thing, check it out.
And also some hilarious reels.
Yes, yeah. I've got a few meme reels that I make because I'm basically an idiot, but yeah, they're quite fun.
You should absolutely check them out, but you're not an idiot. And because, you know, you've made the smartest decision of your life, which was to come here and play Warhammer with me in my house.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We've hopefully got a real stonker for you today. We've got Demon. Yes,
Singular.
That's right, singular. Versus some very holy ladies. We are doing, of course, a fun narrative battle report today. We're just going to test out to see how strong he is versus how strong one of the most recent codexes is.
Oh yeah, relatively.
Yeah, see a few of the tips and tricks that it can do. We're doing belakor versus sisters.
Yes.
That's it. You might be thinking, I think he meant demons versus sisters. No, we're doing belakor versus sisters.
This was your idea.
This was my idea, and it's going to be hella fun. And belakor is going to nom you to death.
I mean, yeah, potentially.
He is.
Well, I think the sisters have something to say about that, though.
It will be a belakor victory. I guarantee you. That is a Warhipster promise. You will not make me break my promise.
Well, I can't guarantee that, I'm afraid. Sorry. Faith in the Emperor is strong.
Let's go take a look at what we're bringing, and we'll have some fun. So here we have it then. The Sisters of Battle. The Adepta Sororitas arrayed in force. Now we have 600 points of Adepta Sororitas, is that correct?
Yeah, just over, so 607. It's not a weird number.
Okay, so Adam, talk us through why you brought this.
Yeah, so this is just a little patrol detachment, and this is based on a patrol that I ran recently at a small tournament in London that had quite a bit of success. So this is just a slight variation on that to face the demonic might of belakor. So leading up the patrol in the HQ slot, we have the Palatine at the front there. She basically is a lieutenant, for people who don't know sisters, so she re-rolls ones to wound naturally. And I've also paid to give her something called the Word of the Emperor Blessings. This is called Blessings of the Faithful. This is a mechanic you can pay some points to upgrade a model. It means she can do some cool stuff in the game. I won't explain what it is now because we hopefully will get to see it in action when we're playing. She's just got a bolt pistol and a power sword. Next up, we've got our basic troops. So we have a unit of the Battle Sisters, who are just sitting at the front here. And they are just armed with bolters, and the Superior has a chainsword and a bolter. It's not a combi bolter, it's not modelled on, so we're going to have to do a little bit of proxying, but she has just got a bolter. Next up, we have the very cool looking, one of my favourite units, Celestian Sacrosancts. These are an elite bodyguard unit for Sisters characters. They have storm shields, effectively, those shields they're carrying, so they get a 2-up save and a 4-up invuln save. Sisters units within character units within 3 inches of them can't be targeted for range attacks because they have the bodyguard rule, and they are carrying the halberds, the anointed halberds, I should say, which are basically just very good, strong melee attack weapons. And the Sister Superior, who you can see on the end, is actually carrying an Inferno pistol. And she's carrying the Spear of the Faithful, which is actually a slightly better halberd, and it also looks really cool. Next up, we've got the Dominion squad, who are sort of sat right in the middle there. They're a fast attack choice, and they are carrying 4 artificer-crafted storm bolters. Basically means they're slightly more higher damage than regular storm bolters in other army. They're 2 damage each, but strength 4, no AP. And then just a chainsword and a bolter on the Superior. They're really cool. You can do some cool strats with them to spit out mortal wounds that are going to be handy against demons with good saves like belakor. Next up, we have the Penitent Engines, who are sort of hovering ominously at the back. These guys are just nutcases who run at you, and they have 2 heavy flamers on each arm. So basically, they've got twin heavy flamers. And they also have the Penitent Buzz Blades, which are those sort of saw blades you can see on their arms. So they're quite good at running at you, firing Promethium at you and dousing you in holy fire, and then coming in and chopping up what's left. So they're quite fun. I just think they're a fun unit. Maybe not the most competitive in the world, but I really like them. And then finally, we have a bit of a mainstay of the sisters. This is the Retributor squad. These girls have 4 multi-melters, and again, chainsword and a bolt gun on the superior there, who's the one reading at them from the book and shouting at them. And we all know what multi-melters do. Very high damage, very powerful. They also come with these 2 little fat flying babies here, the cherubs, the Armorium cherubs. These are quite cool. They're a little add-on, and what I can do is effectively burn them. That's the terminology used, unfortunately, once they go, it means I can shoot again. So I can burn 2 of them to get effectively 2 models shooting again. So it's just a way of boosting that firepower. So altogether, comes in at around 607 points, and that is my Sisters Patrol.
Looks good. Looks great. I'm excited to eat all of them. This will be a lovely, lovely little aperitif for belakor as he does belakor stuff. So let's go take a look at the demon list. So here we have the Chaos Demon list. It's just belakor. Belakor on his own. It's all I need. Belakor is the only thing that is needed to deal with any problem. He's really cool. We are running him just for the purpose of this scenario. He is going to be effectively in his own patrol detachment just without any of his troops. It doesn't mean a lot because his kind of usual buffs and things don't really affect anything. They don't affect him because he already has a lot of rules inbuilt. He's -1 to hit, he's -1 to wound from ranged attacks, and he has a 4+ invulnerable save, and he has that enormous sword that does some serious work. And, well, I've been really excited to use belakor for a long time, so I'm really excited to use this against Adam's sisters today, because he will be, I promise, victorious. I hope. Maybe. Possibly. We'll see what happens. So here we are then. The table is arrayed for battle. The sisters have deployed in a close-knit formation around the shrine that they have come to give their lives to defend. So, what is the scenario we are playing today? We are playing sort of defend the shrine, but not really. Effectively, what we're doing is the sisters have to stay alive for 5 turns or kill belakor. That's it. That's all they have to do to win. That's all. Do you feel confident about that?
We'll see.
All belakor has to do to win is murderize everything there. That's it. Very simple, very easy, very thematic, very fun. And, well, with all that out of the way, it's now time to see who's going first.
Absolutely.
So, do you want to roll it first as the guest?
Yeah, I can roll first.
Go on then.
So, let's see. Does the Emperor protect? Ooh, that's a 6.
That's a 6.
The Emperor probably does protect.
I see.
See if the Powers of Chaos have any influence.
That's a 1.
That's a 1.
That means the sisters are going first.
Faith in the Emperor. See?
Well, maybe that's not so great for the sisters, because where is belakor?
He's not even here.
The evil is yet to approach, so the sisters can make ready. So at the end of Sisters turn 1, they've chosen to stay exactly still, cocking their bolters, cleaning their weapons. They know something's coming. They just don't know what, where, when, or how.
Doing some praying.
Yes, praying to whatever false deity that they believe in. For the real power is due to arrive any minute now.
I should say, just before we do move on, as a sister, one thing I should have done at the start is rolled my miracle dice that I get for the battle round.
Would you like to do that now?
I'll roll that now. So, it's a 6.
That's a 6. What does that mean, Adam?
Well, that means I can swap this out for a hit roll, wound roll, saving throw, morale test. Not that I would want to use a 6 for that, and a bunch of other stuff. So if I want to get a hit through on big old belakor when he appears, or maybe a wound, or maybe some damage, I can substitute a dice for this, which is a 6. So that's quite good.
So all in all, a successful turn 1.
It'll do.
There we go. So, turn 1 for the sisters is over. Maybe that wasn't such a great move. It's now time for turn 1 of belakor.
Dun dun dun.
He's here, ladies and gentlemen. Belakor has arrived. He could walk on from any table edge, and that's what he's done, but he's also now going to do the rest of his move And he's going to just fly over this rock formation.
Oh no.
To here. Yes. They're in trouble.
Oh no.
So with Belakor bearing down upon the sisters and upon the shrine, it is now time for his psychic phase. And he has 2 powers. He has Betraying Shades and Pall of Despair. So the first one we're going to cast is Betraying Shades. And we're going to be doing it on the Sacrosanct. And this has a warp charge value of 6 and a range of 18. He's definitely within range. So here we go.
Well, that goes off.
That goes off on an 8. Or does it?
Right. What does this one do, Josh?
So, Betraying Shades is a Witchfire power. It has a warp charge value of 6. If manifested, select one enemy unit within 18 inches of and visible to this psyker. Select up to 6 models in that unit and add together their unmodified attacks characteristics of those models. Roll a number of d6 equal to the total. For example, if 5 of the selected models had an attacks characteristic of 2 and 1 had an attacks characteristic of 3, you would roll 13 d6. If the result of the psychic test was 11 or more, which it wasn't, add 1 to each dice result. For each roll of a 6+, that unit suffers a 1 mortal wound.
Okay, well, we don't like that. And one thing the sisters can do that's quite cool, if you've never played sisters, you probably won't have come across this. Everybody has a psychic denial because their faith in the Emperor is that strong. Now, ordinarily, on every unit, this would be on a 6-up. On a single dice, if a roll of 6, it's denied. However, the Palatine, who is leading this patrol to defend the shrine, she's been dispatched from the Order to try and defend it. She is particularly faithful in the Emperor, and she has a warlord trait called Pure of Will, and this allows her to do 2 things. She can deny 2 powers, and on a roll of a 3-up on a single dice, that's your denial. It's very powerful against psychers.
That's rude.
I'm going to try and roll that now.
Okay.
So here we go.
Don't do it.
You are denied, sir.
That's very rude. Very, very, very
I'm sorry.
rude. In that case, I'm going to cast Pall of Despair. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it on the Palatine. So, Pall of Despair has a warp charge value of 7. If manifested, select one enemy unit that is within 18 inches of and visible to this psyker. Roll 3d6. If the result is greater than the enemy unit's leadership characteristic, select one of the following to apply to that unit until the start of your next psychic phase. If that unit has any aura abilities, select one of those abilities until the start of your next psychic phase. That unit loses that ability. Until the start of your next psychic phase, that unit cannot perform actions. Until the start of your next psychic phase, in the fight phase, that unit is not eligible to fight that phase until after all eligible units from your army have done so.
That's pretty
So
cool.
I'm going to turn off the aura, hopefully.
Yes, she gives reroll 1s to wound like a lieutenant.
Yes, so I'm going to roll a 7 here.
Ooh.
No, I don't roll a 7. So that was an incredibly unsuccessful psychic phase.
Command
there
point?
For the first prince. No, I will not use a command point. Not now, no. So, with that done, we're going to move on to the shooting phase. We have no weapons, so the shooting phase is very brief. So we'll move straight on to the charge phase.
There we go.
So Belakor is going to charge the Sacrosanct.
Shocking.
Who'd have thought?
I never saw it coming.
Would you like to not Overwatch?
I'm not going to Overwatch. They have bolt pistols, but yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, he's in.
He's in. Let's get chopping. So, he's got sort of within an inch, so he can't get far last put on him by this this evil lady. So now he piles in like that, and he is going to strike with the piercing strike. That's what he's going to do.
Okay, before you hit me, I will spend a command point just before you roll, Josh.
Yes.
And I will spend it on Inviolate Shield Wall. Don't know if you can see that. And that means that the Celestian Sacrosancts are -1 to be wounded. It's not going to make a massive difference here, but, you know, I'll take what I can get.
-1 to wound. Okay, so we're hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s.
Reroll that one.
We re-roll the 1.
It's pretty good.
That's all hit. So now, it's 3s to wound.
3s to wound. Oh, it took 2 out?
Yes. You don't have a save or anything? It's -4?
Right, so I don't get an invulnerable save on these, right?
No, you do not.
So ordinarily the Sacrosancts have a 4-up invulnerable save from their fancy shields that they carry. I don't get that. However, I do have a 2-up save normally. So what's the AP on his attacks?
-4.
-4. So I will have 4 6-up saves on my Sacrosanct,
Okay.
which I will roll
Go for it.
right here. No. 2 5s and 2 1s.
That is 4 dead sacrosancts.
They're dead.
So belakor, he did all right. Maybe there was an argument to be made to use his sweeping strike to do 12 attacks rather than 6, but I wanted to turn off those invulnerable saves on those shields because they are mean. However, it does mean now that it is time for the sacrosancts to hit back.
Indeed.
And they are going to now hit back. That's what they're going to do, is that right?
That is, yep. They're going to try and hit you. So I'm just going to pile in. So I'm just going to put these girls around here. And she is just going to move her 3 to be just about there. So she's still within an inch of you. Just nice and cinematic. And then they are going to punch you. So the Celestian Sacrosancts are getting 2 attacks each. So there's 3 of the ordinary ones. And I'm getting 3 attacks on the Superior, who's the girl with the big fancy spear. I will roll her separately because she has a slightly different damage profile.
Okay.
So, and I can't re-roll again. I can't re-roll hits against you, right?
You cannot.
But I can re-roll wounds?
Yes.
Right, so I will still get my re-roll ones to wound from the Palatine, who's sort of standing there sticking a gun in the wrong direction. And I will also, because I am the Argent Shroud, which is my order, I can re-roll ordinarily 1 hit roll or 1 wound roll per attack from each unit in a phase. So in this case, obviously I'm going to have to use it on a wound roll, but that's fine. So, you are -1 to hit, are you not?
I am -1 to hit, yes.
Right, so I am hitting you on... I'm actually going to spend a CP, I think, before I do anything.
Spend another CP.
I'm going to be spending them like they are going out of fashion. Yes, it is only 1 command point, so I will do it. I'm going to spend a CP on exceptional proficiency. And what this does is it means I select a Celestian unit or a Celestian Sacrosant unit, like them, and I get +1 to hit, basically. So,
okay then.
I will dock myself a CP. I'm down to 2. And then we will do it. So, I'm hitting you on 3s. So I've got 6 attacks, basically, just from the girls first.
All right.
So, hitting on 3s. That is a 6, so they all hit.
That's rude.
That is rude. Unfortunately, however, you are...
-1 to wound as well.
-1 to wound as well. So these are strength 6, you are toughness 7?
Yes.
So I'm going to be wounding you on 6s only. Which
Okay.
is a bit rude. But I am re-rolling 1s.
Okay.
So let's see if I can get any 6s. No. They bounce off.
Is that a 1 there?
That is a 1, yeah. That's a 1. Yeah, so I can re-roll that. That's a very good point. No. I'm not going to use my order re-roll because I'm going to save it for the Superior. Because she does a bit more damage. So, I'll roll the Superior's attacks. So again, hitting on 3s. They all hit. And...
the 1.
No, that's a 6. Sorry,
okay.
the Sisters logo, the fleur-de-lis, where I'm watching, that's a 1. The sort of Ministorum.
It looks like a 1.
I know. I mean, I guess we could do it the other way around, but
that's fine.
It's, the other thing I should have said, and I should have done on my last roll, which was stupid of me, I did give these guys, Sisters get something called Sacred Rights. So in the Sacred Rights, you can pick something, it's an army-wide ability for the whole game. And what I've given these guys, it only really works on this unit, is the Passion. And the Passion means that 6s to hit explode into another hit.
Okay.
I would have got 1 over there, but we'll do it. That's my mistake, I forgot it. So, I am now wounding you again on 6s.
Yes.
So let's see if this works. No. I can re-roll that 1, and I'm going to re-roll another one for my Argent Shroud, because I haven't used that yet. And it doesn't pay off. Belakor stands strong. The Sisters bounce off him.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
Should we roll straight into the morale? Because they might have to take 1.
We certainly can. So they are leadership 9 with the Superior. There were, 8 of them, and they've lost 4.
Yes.
So that means that they are going to go on, a 3 up?
So they're -1.
Oh, they're -1 as well. So leadership 8.
And they lost 4.
So basically
so on a 5 or 6,
5 or 6.
one of them runs away.
Oh no.
One of them runs away.
Oh no.
Do you have to take an attrition test?
I do, yes, because the unit is below half strength now. So it means I'll roll 3 dice, and on 1s and 2s, I'm going to lose more. No. They stand strong.
They are brave for now.
Absolutely.
In the face of this ancient terror.
This beast.
The first prince. The mighty Belakor. And that's it. That's the end of Belakor turn 1. So it's now going to be Sisters turn 2. are at the end of Sister's turn 2 movement phase. The Dominions have fallen back, give themselves a bit of room, and also to run off and probably warn the rest of the Sisterhood that some terrible evil has come to destroy
Destroy them.
Destroy them and desecrate the shrine.
Yes.
This statue of this lovely saint. The Sacrosancts have fallen back.
Yes.
Cowards.
I've used the CP on that one as well.
Yeah, the CP has been spent here to fall back and shoot.
Yep, so Judgment of the Faithful, Sister Strat, 1 CP, fall back and can still shoot that turn.
There we go. Penitent Engines have come forward to spark their rage all over the place, and the Retributors have stayed still to unleash melted death. It's not looking good for belakor. Hopefully he can survive this torrent of fire and absolutely wipe some sisters off the face of the earth. We'll see what happens. So, is there anything else that's happening before we move on?
Yes, I should say a couple of things. So I did forget a rule on the Sacrosancts, which is that when they are charged, they can do something called Set to Defend, which would have meant they get +1 to hit anyway. Josh and I talked it out, it wouldn't have made a difference, we think, to the roll anyway, so we're just going to leave it as is. It's my mistake. One thing I do need to do again, because it's a new battle round, is I also generate myself another miracle dice. So let's see what I get. I get a 4, I'm going to keep that, and I will pop it over here with my 6 that I've still got from the previous round.
Scary.
So, now we will do some shooting.
Yes. Right, so here we go then. This conflagration of fire is going to happen. The Dominions, I've been reliably informed, are shooting first.
Yes, so Dominions, because they're on their way back to the Order to warn them of what's happening here, they are going to take a little pot shot at belakor. And I am going to drop a strat, which is very good actually. It's called Blessed Bolts for 1 CP. If you come up against Sisters, you will almost certainly see this. So what this means is, when I make attacks with the Artificer Stormbolters, which are these guys are carrying, 6s to hit. To hit are 2 mortal wounds.
Unmodified.
Unmodified.
Yes, because you are -1 to hit.
I am -1 to hit, indeed. So, yes, and I can only get a maximum of 6 mortal wounds, because you can only get sort of 6 in one phase, but it's still very powerful. So, I'm going to roll the shots, so they're just going to get their 2 each, because they're not in rapid fire range from their Stormbolters. So 8 shots from the girls, and I will roll the Superior separately, because she's just got a bolt gun.
Okay.
So, we'll roll them first. So, am I going to get any 6s? I'm going to get 1.
1 6.
1 6. So that is 2 mortal wounds. And I've hit you on 3s, so I'm going to get rid of these 2s over here.
Hit me on 4s.
Oh yes, hitting you on 4s. I'm sorry. Yes, I will get rid of that 3. I'm cheating. And then I am wounding you on 6s, I believe. I'm
yes,
strength 4.
-1 to wound.
Oh, in fact then I can't wound you.
Why not?
Because it's strength 4, toughness 8. I'm hitting you
Toughness
on
7.
Oh, toughness 7.
6s
I apologise.
to
Yes. And of course, unmodified 6s always go anyway. Ah, look at that. So you've taken
some saves.
2 mortal wounds and 2 saves with no armor piercing value whatsoever. They are 2 damage each though.
So 4 up invulnerable saves. We make 1. So he takes 4 wounds in total.
Indeed.
And next up, the Penitent Engines are going to bathe him in Promethium. So here we go, 4d6.
Let's see what I get. There we go. So not very good. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 flamer shots. Here we go then.
So I've got 4 there, 8, 9. So these are strength 6, so I'm going to be wounding you. You're -1 to wound, so I'm going to be wounding you on 6s.
Yes.
So let's see if we get any. We do not. You are safe from the Promethium.
The shadow form works its charm. And next up, these Battle Sisters are going to take a pop.
Yep, see if we can chip some damage. So hitting on 3, no, you're -1 to hit. So hitting on 4s, I don't have rerolls other than my Argent Shroud. I am going to reroll 1s on the wound though, and I'll probably save my Argent Shroud reroll for the wound roll as well. Yeah. So let's see what we get. So hitting on 4s. So 3, 3. Get rid of that. A couple of 1s, a couple of 3s. Not great altogether. And then I'm again going to be wounding you on 6s, re-rolling 1s, and I have got my Argent Shroud re-roll to use as well. So I don't get anything, so I'm just going to use my Argent Shroud re-roll on this 4. And it wounds you.
Yeah, there we go.
Faith in the Emperor. No,
there's a save. belakor stands.
I like to think it sort of pings off his armour.
Yes. Here we go then. Sacrosancts are going to shoot now.
Yep, so we've just got 2 who have bolt pistols, in the believe it or not, in their shields. You can probably see that on the model. So they're going to shoot at you. So again, they are hitting you on 4s. No hits. I'm going to save that for now. I'll then shoot with the superior. The reason I've separated this is because she is carrying what's called an Inferno pistol. So it's like a little melter gun. So again, hitting you on 4s. She has hit you with a 6. Ominous, marked for death. And I'm now wounding you. Again, this is strength 8. You're on -1 to wound, so I'm going to be wounding you on 5s.
4s. Strength 8, toughness 7.
Oh, I keep thinking you're toughness 8. Sorry.
Yeah,
Apologies,
fine.
viewers. I'm an idiot. And I am re-rolling ones from my Palatine. So let's see if I can wound you on a 4. That's a 1, but I can re-roll it from the Palatine.
Don't do it.
No.
No. Which means there's just 1 unit left to do.
It's the big one.
It's the big one. Can he survive this much melted death? Here we go then. The Retributors.
Yes, so this is the big one. So I'm going to do a little strat here as well. So I'm going to drop 1 CP on a strat called Holy Trinity. And Holy Trinity means that as long as I have a melter weapon, a bolt weapon, and a flamer weapon within range of the same target, I can only shoot at that target, but I will get +1 to wound. And luckily for me, this girl here, you can't see it, it's cunningly hidden in her book. She does have a combi flamer, so she has a bolter with a flamer attached to it. So we've got melter, bolter, flamer. I'm going to put that into you.
Lovely.
So I will do her stuff separately because that's obviously a bolter and then the flamer, but I'll do the melters first. So we have 8 shots, so 2 each for the 4 girls.
Yes.
And they are hitting you on 4s because you are -1 to hit, as you say.
Yes.
That's not a very good roll. So we've got a couple of 6s. So 3 hits so far. I am going to save my re-rolls for now.
Well, you cannot re-roll hit rolls.
Oh, I can't re-roll hit rolls, of course, as well. Yes, there we go. So that puts pay to that idea. So these are going to be wounding you on 3s now, because ordinarily wounding you... wounding you on 2s, because I would be...
Well, so it's strength 8.
Yes.
He's toughness 7. So normally we would be 3s.
You're -1 to wound.
And -1 to wound would make it 4s.
Goes back to 3s.
Goes back to 3s.
So winning you on 3s, I have got the re-roll, I think just about from the Palatine. Yes. And I have got my Argent Shroud re-roll as well. So let's see what we get. So winning on 3s. So I've got 2 wounds so far. And this is a 1, which I'm going to re-roll from the Palatine. Into another 1. So that doesn't wound. So you have 2 wounds, sir.
2 wounds.
These are AP -4, so this is straight onto your invulnerable save.
Straight onto the invulnerable save. Here we go then. I save 1.
Right. That being the case, because I need to make belakor a little bit weaker, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a miracle dice. Because I can use that to replace a damage roll. So I am going to spend a 4.
Yes.
And because I am in 12 inches, it is 4 + 2, so that is 6 damage.
Okay. I'm going to use a stratagem. I'm going to use a stratagem. It costs me 2 CP, which leaves me with 2. It's going to be the Blessing of Belakor. Use this stratagem in any phase when a saving throw made for a Disciples of Belakor model from your army against an attack is failed. The damage characteristic of that attack is changed to 0.
Dun 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 dun.
You cannot use this stratagem if Belakor is not on the battlefield, but Belakor is the only one on the battlefield.
Well, away goes my damage.
So there we go, no damage for you, sir.
Very good. Well, in that case, we're going to move on to yet more nonsense sisters tricks. And what I'm going to do, I've got these 2 fine fellows. One sort of looks a little bit like Winston Churchill. The other one has a skull for a face. These are my cherubs, my Armorium cherubs. And what I can do, I can burn these, get rid of them, and I can shoot again. So that gives me 2 models shooting again as I've burned 2 cherubs. So I'm going to get another 4 shots. Again, I'll deal with the superior separately. Probably slightly out of order, but we'll do that anyway. And I'm going to fire another 4 melter guns at you, my friend.
Okay then.
So I've still got my +1 to wound as well. So I'm hitting you on 4s. So I have hit you twice.
Yes.
At this point, I am going to use my Argent Shroud re-roll on a
Which
hit.
you cannot.
Oh, because I can't re-roll to hit. I keep forgetting it. God, Bellacor's got such good rules. And then I'm wounding you on 3s, though, so I'll probably save it for this. So, see if I can wound. I wound you twice.
Okay. Let me grab some dice. Alright then, 2 invulnerable saves. Here we go. 4 ups.
Boxcars.
Boxcars, baby.
He's fine.
Belakor stands.
Well, we'll see if the superior can do anything.
Let's see if she can. Go on, let's
So,
do it live.
I'll do the bolt gun first. It's -1 to hit when you're using both profiles of the with the combi flamer. So this is going to go to 5 to hit because you're -1 to hit anyway. She hits you.
She hits.
It's going to be wounding you on your -1 to wound, aren't you? So
Yes.
this is going to be on it's just on a 6 basically. It's a 5.
That's a 5.
So that's not going to work. Although she does get +1 to wound for the whole squad, so no, that is going to wound you.
Oh, there we go.
With no AP. So
let's do a save then.
Another 6.
These dice aren't broken, I must just add. Let's see.
There you go.
See, they do.
So I'll do the flamer. So D6 on the flamer. So 3. And let's see if we can wound you. Again, this will be wounding on 5s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
No minus.
Save them both.
It's all going wrong.
Again, these dice are not weighted. I promise. Okay, that's 2 5s again. What is going on? Let's just test this one more time. 2 3s. I'm just rolling pairs with this dice, clearly.
Yeah. Oh, did I not mention sisters have a rule? If you roll pairs, you take... No, I'm kidding.
I see. Right, well, okay. So, are you going to be doing any charging?
Yes. I sort of have to at this point.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Nah, I don't.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
What's going to charge?
So, these have fallen back and they've shot, but they can't charge. So what I am going to do is I'm going to send in the penitent engines. Because penitent engines love nothing more than throwing themselves in situations where they're probably going to die.
I see. Well, in that case, let's just twizzle Belakor around
That's some fine twizzling.
so he can face these penitent engines.
This is the difference with Warhipster battle reports. You don't get twizzling in any other battle report.
No,
right?
exactly. You get twizzling and you get schmushing and you get doobry watsits and thingamajigsies. So, would you like to roll your charge, sir? I cannot overwatch.
Absolutely. So I think I'm going to need about a 3 to be within an inch of you there?
Let's say yes.
Yeah? Okay, so let's
So
see.
don't roll a double one.
No, let's see if we... Well, I've got to
Would you like to use this pair of dice that roll doubles?
I'm going to stick with my sister's dice,
Okay,
which
then.
is where I'm now going to roll a double 1. So let's find out. No, I rolled a 10.
That is a 10. You're off.
So that's fine. So I will move these guys in. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm just going to pop them in over here. There we go. And then we can fight.
All right. So what are we doing?
So the penitent engines are going to fight you. So they have penitent buzz blades, and they get effectively get 5 attacks each. So we're looking at 10 attacks as a whole for the unit. Now, because of your re-roll to hit thing, or no re-rolls to hit rule, that's a bit annoying. Because these guys have a really cool rule called Zealot. Some sisters models have this. And what that means is they hit on 4s naturally, but they re-roll to hit. You're also -1 to hit, aren't you? Is that in combat as well?
Yes.
Plums. So I'm hitting you on 5s.
Yes.
This isn't going well. But it's fine. They're penitent engines. They love it. So let's see. Can we get some 5s? We can get a few, actually. That's quite good. So we've got that many there. Now, the penitent engines don't benefit, before anyone comments, from sacred rites. So
Okay.
they don't get the exploding 6s in combat. So this is it. So, you know what? That's not so bad. That's 6 hits that have gone through. And now I've got to wound you. Now, you are -1 to wound.
I am. Yes.
These are strength 8.
Yes.
So ordinarily I've been wounding you on 3s. I'm going to be wounding you on 4s.
Yes.
So let's see. Can we get some 4s? We can. So there's a couple of 1s and 2s. So there are 3 wounds there.
3 wounds.
Yes, these are at AP -4, so they go straight through onto your invuln save,
Okay.
and they are 2 damage a time.
All right. Let's see these double dice. Let's see if they work.
Oh, God.
Again. 2 damage a time, you say?
Yes. Ooh,
Okay. Well, I saved 1,
yes.
so he takes 4 wounds.
Takes 4 wounds.
Oh dear. That's not good for Belakor. He doesn't like that. So those penitent engines weren't able to kill Belakor, so now it's his turn to try and kill them.
Dun, dun, dun.
However, he has been put down to 8 wounds, which means he has been bracketed, which means he loses an attack and some movement. So rather than 6 attacks, he gets 5. Now, we're going to be doing the piercing strike because, well, it's -4 and D3 plus 3 damage, and it's just better. So he's still hitting on 2s. So here we go.
Ooh.
And he is re-rolling those ones,
Ah, there we go.
I think. Yes, he re-rolls his hit rolls, but not his wound rolls.
This is a lesson in learning your rules, right, for both
Yes.
of us.
So he's hit 4 times.
Just before you roll the wound roll,
Yes.
I am going to, and I did say this off camera at the start, but I'm just going to show you people. I am spending 1 CP, so I'm down to 1 now, on final redemption, and this means if any of them die, which they might, on a roll of a 4-up, D3 mortal wounds as their Prometheum tanks explode and bathe Belakor in fire. Hopefully.
Interesting. Right, here we go then. So strength 11.
These are toughness 5, so you're wounding on 2s.
Wounding on 2s. Here we go then. Okay, that's 4 wounds. They are -4.
Right.
They are D3 plus 3 damage each.
I don't get a save. I do get a 5-up feel no pain. So,
Okay.
if you wouldn't mind rolling your damage individually, and then we will math it out on
Let's
what's
see.
left.
How many wounds do they have in total?
They have 5 each, so it's 10 wounds across the board.
Okay, so I'll do them 2 at a time then.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, 10 wounds across the board. Yeah.
Okay, so the first ones do 1, 2, so 8 wounds.
Yeah, because it's D3 plus.
D3 plus 3, yeah.
Okay.
So 8, 4 and 4.
Yeah. So first one on the 5-ups. Yes, I make 1, so he takes 3 damage.
Yep.
And then second one needs 2 more to be killed. Yes, he's dead.
He's
Very
dead,
much so.
Dave.
I will roll his 4-up just to see if he explodes. No.
So the next 2.
So that's
So 3 plus 3 is 6. 1 plus 3 is 4, so 10.
So we'll do the 6 first. So he takes 4 damage off that one.
Yes.
And then by some miracle I can get all 5s and 6s here. No, he's dead as well. He does. Let's see if he explodes. Can he get a 4? Yes, he can.
He does explode. Okay.
So one of them goes boom, and he does D3 mortal wounds as his final vengeance.
I'd like a 1, please.
Let's see what we get.
It's
a
2.
2. So he takes 2 mortal
2
wounds.
mortal wounds. Belakor still stands just about.
Absolutely.
There we go. So those penitent engines did not stand a chance. They were dispatched by Belakor. And, well, there's no morale or anything to do, so we're going to now move on to Belakor, turn 2. Let's see what he can do. It is the end of Belakor, turn 2, movement phase. He has disappeared from here, and he's gone over there, because he wants to eat some slightly tastier girls over here. That's what he wants to do. Slightly softer targets.
Yes.
And he's not pleased about all that melter.
No.
He's being tactical here. So what he's going to do is he's going to do his psychic phase. So we're going to try that again, aren't we? That's what we're going to do. So we're going to do Betraying Shades.
Yep.
Once again. So this is the mortal wounds.
Yep.
We're going to do it on
the Sacrosancts.
The Sacrosancts. There's only 3 of them left, but you know, gives me the best chance because they've got lots of attacks. So it is warp charge value of 6.
Yep.
So here we go. Does it go off?
It does.
It does on an 8.
Well, in a shocking twist of events, I am going to try and deny you, and I am going to try and deny you with the Palatine because she gets that nice, tasty 3-up.
I understand.
So we'll see if she does it.
Don't do it.
She denies you, sir.
She denies it again. Right.
Faith in the Emperor is too strong. I'm near this shrine.
So yes, it must be. It must be that. It has to be that. So what we're going to then do is we're going to do Paul of Despair again.
Cool.
But we're going to do it on the Palatine, just to try and turn off her reroll wounds aura. So here we go. Needs a 7. That doesn't go off again. Belakor clearly is not interested in psychic powers. He's clearly interested in stealing your souls with his sword.
It's the power of the shrine.
It's the power of the shrine, it must be. Although that shrine is soon to be cast down.
Never.
We have no shooting phase, once again. So, Belakor is going to charge. He's going to charge both of these units here.
Okay.
The Retributors and the Battle Sisters. That's what he's going to do.
Makes sense. I'm not going to Overwatch.
You're not going to Overwatch?
I need that CP for other things because they're probably going to die anyway.
Okay. Well, he's like 2 inches away, so...
Yeah.
Well, he's 3 inches.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
pop him in, pop him in.
In he goes. He's not going to fail that charge.
No.
And now he's going to eat some sisters. Nom, 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 nom.
Oh no.
So Belakor is splitting his attacks. This may go horribly wrong. It may go horribly right. We'll find out. So he's going to put... He's using the piercing strike now. We don't need to turn off any invulnerable saves here. It would be pointless. So he's got 5 attacks, and with sweeping strike, it means he makes 2 attack rolls instead of 1 for each one of these, as he curves that bloody great sword in a big arc, clicking off all of his sisters' heads in one fell swoop. So what we're doing is we're going to put 6 of these attacks into the Retributors, and I'm going to put 4 into the Battle Sisters.
Yeah.
So we can't kill them all unless we roll 5 and 5, but that doesn't feel like that's going to happen. So here we go. We'll do 6 into the Retributors first. So hitting on 2s. And we are re-rolling that one.
Yep.
That is a hit. Let's move these dice out of the way. He is strength 7 currently, but plus... No, strength user.
Yep.
So 2s?
These are going to be 2s anyway, yeah. T3,
Twos to
sisters are all T3.
2s to wound.
2s to wound, like some 1s, but we'll see.
We got 1-1.
We get 1-1.
So you've got 5 saves.
Right.
At -2. -3.
Oh, this is...
So 5 6-ups.
This is interesting. This is interesting because I could save... Well, she's probably going to run to morale anyway. Okay. I will go for it. So it's 5 saves, yeah?
Yes.
5 saves. I need 6s. 2 melter shots is quite good into you. Do I want to spend a miracle dice to keep one alive? Then you're done. I am gonna do it, which is probably a terrible idea. I'm gonna spend a 6 on my miracle dice.
Okay.
Which means one of them survives, and I will roll the. Oh, sorry. I will roll the others and see what we get. No, they're all dead. They're all very, very dead.
Okay, so belakor has a rule where he chooses what dies. No, I'm joking. He doesn't.
Yeah, I would have believed you. So I will get rid of 4 of the melters and the superior. Just so I've got 1 melter. And if she survives morale, you know, happy days.
Lovely stuff. We'll just roll right into the other attacks. We've got 4 into the Battle Sisters here.
Yep.
So hitting on 2s. Yeah.
All hit.
All hit. And wounding on 2s. All wound.
So just 6-up saves here, because these are -3, right?
They are -3,
No, they're 4 of them are very much dead.
4 of them are dead.
So we'll go for the ones that are closest to him because he's munched them, basically. Although I will actually keep the superior here because, again, for morale reasons, it means she's going to be a little bit more likely to survive.
Maybe. Who can tell? belakor doing some serious work there. That's what we like to see. So here we have it. It's time for the... What's it called?
Morale phase.
That's the one. It's time for the morale phase. And, well, this is a serious problem for you now, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So because you are -1 to leadership, and the shrine does nothing for me, she is now leadership 7, and she lost 4. So she's normally leadership 8, she's superior. She's down 7, she lost 4, which means on a 3-up, she's out of here.
Yes.
And for my gambit on the girl with the melter, which was a bit stupid in retrospect, but hey ho, she is going to be leadership 6, which means she lost 4. So basically on a 2-up, she's out of here.
Okay, so let's do it then.
Yeah. So I'll do the superior.
Battle Sister first.
Battle Sister first. She stands strong.
She stands.
Can I repeat that roll? No.
No, she's gone. She's out of here.
She's
The
out.
Retributors are gone. They are dealt with
You're happy
as
with
souls trapped in the sword. And belakor is a very happy boy. Num 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 num. So here we go then. Sisters turn 3.
Yeah.
Can they do it? Are you feeling confident?
Yeah, I reckon I've got a few tricks up my sleeve that I can now use to really maximise the potential of the sisters, so we'll see where we go. Even with this meagre force, the faith of the Emperor can save anyone and can deal with demons.
Alrighty. Well, if you're feeling confident, we're going to do the movement phase and then we'll come right back.
Yeah.
So here we are then. The sisters have all rallied round to protect the shrine as belakor reaches out with his hand to, well, do something horrible to it. We don't really know. He's a demon. It's not good. Anyway, what are you going to do? You've just been talking to me about how you want to shoot him to death.
Yes.
But you also want to stab him to death.
Yes. I feel like shooting him to death is in this narrative is a bit of an ignominious way for belakor to end. So I'm going to do a couple of different things, and I'm just going to run through them. So a little bit of admin first. Because I lost the sisters unit in the last round, I should have rolled a miracle dice. I'm just going to do that now. So it's a 4. So
Okay.
I've already got a 4 in my pool. The reason that 4 that I already had in my pool, or that one really, is important is she has something called, the Palatine there has something called Blessings of the Faithful. These are upgrades you can give to sisters, Palatine or Canoness character models. And for a points value, you can make them do things. Her one is called Word of the Emperor. Has 2 abilities. It means in the fight phase, I can point at a unit within 3 inches and go, you fight last, which is pretty cool. And it also means at the start of my command phase, I can turn on her miraculous ability. In this case, that is, I can turn off within a radius, depending on the miracle dice I spend, invulnerable saves in combat. so you can see why I'm angling at combat with belakor here.
Yes.
So I'm going to do that now. I will burn this 4, and that's going to mean a 3-inch bubble around her. Enemy units within that don't get their invuln saves in combat. So we'll move on to the shooting phase. And as I said, I'm not going to drop Blessed Bolts. I realise that's the tactical thing to do because I've got a load of girls in rapid fire range and I'm likely to roll 6 mortal wounds. But I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to fire my bolters at him normally. So we'll do this first. You are -1 to hit, so I'm hitting you on 4s.
Yes.
That's all right. We'll get rid of those. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. That was a hit. Sorry, that one. That wasn't though.
I believe you. The camera won't lie either.
Yeah, I was going to say the camera won't lie. If it wasn't a hit, then yeah, fine. But we'll see if we can wound you. So you are still -1 to wound, you know?
I am, yes.
We've got the Air Force overflying us. So I'm
Air support being called in by belakor.
I'm going to be wounding you here on 6s. So just the 1.
Just the 1.
No minus. It is 2 damage though.
It softens him up. Here we go. So a 4 up invulnerable save.
He's fine.
He's fine.
We'll just do the bolter quickly from the Sister Superior because she didn't fire. So hitting you on 4s. She hits twice because that's a 6. And wounding you on 6s. No wounds. I didn't use my reroll. I might as well just use it now. No wounds still. That's fine. Okay, cool. The rest of the shooting. So we've got the 1 Battle Sister over there. She's definitely in rapid fire range. Again, hitting on 4s. No hits. I will use a reroll on that. She hits you, winning on 6s.
Cannot reroll to hit.
Oh, I can't reroll to hit, of course. I keep forgetting that rule. So good. Fine, she's missed. Palatine will do it with her bolt pistol, because that's cool.
Indeed.
Hitting on, well, she's hitting on a 6. Winning you on a 6. She wounds you, sir. No minus, just 1 damage.
He's
You're
fine.
And then the Celestian Sacrosanct will have a go at you again. 2 bolt pistols, and we've got the Inferno pistol. I'll do the bolt pistols first. Hitting on 4s. Both hit. Wounding on 6s. No wounds. I won't use the wound reroll here. And the Superior hitting on a 4. She misses. She's got an Inferno pistol, so I'm going to use that reroll.
Cannot reroll.
Oh, she can't reroll hit rolls. Stop it, Adam. Stop cheating. So that's fine. We're done. We're done.
We're done.
So, glorious combat, sir.
Glorious combat. Let's do it. So I'm going to Overwatch with my psychic powers, yeah?
That's a thing he can do. Why not?
Let's just say that he can do that. No, he can't. There is no Overwatch. So, who's going to charge first?
Well, I think what we're going to have to do is we'll just put the... just for room reasons, I'm going to have to charge the Battle Sister over there first. So let's do her.
Don't roll a double 1.
No, she's going a long, long way. So
Roll an 11.
I'm literally just going to pick her up and pop her like round here.
Go wherever she damn well pleases.
We'll put the Palatine in. Yeah, she's gone sort of 6. So
There you go then.
she's going to zip over here. Oh, sorry, I'm moving the model. That's cheating. There we go. And then we'll do the Celestian Sacrosancts. 4. That'll be enough anyway to get them in with a pile in, so that's fine.
Indeed.
So they're going to go... Oh, I'm moving all this. These wings are in the way. So I move them. And also, the other problem with Sisters models is they have big spears, which are very cool, but they do get in the way.
Everyone loves a big spear.
And then, you know what? I'll throw the Dominions in because this is it now. They need to get rid of him. 4 inches. So they're
Just
gonna
about.
as well. Yeah.
Just about in. They've just about made that 3-inch charge.
I'll put it
Okay.
like that.
So, I don't want to alarm you,
Mm-hmm.
but I do have 2 CP left.
I know you do.
So,
Well, that's why what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Palatine's ability. At the start of the fight phase, she's going to go, you, Mr. belakor, you're fighting last.
I see, and that means I cannot interrupt.
No.
Well, that's just rude. Alright, fine. Well, we'll cut there, and then we will come back for the combat phase. Alright, here we go then. Who's going to hit first?
So we'll just start with the individual sister there. So she is a superior, which means she is going to get 2 attacks and +1 for her chainsword that she's got.
Yes.
So that means I am going to get 3 attacks, and she's going to be hitting you on... You're -1 to hit still, aren't you? Yes. So
I am.
I'm going to be hitting you on 5s here. So let's see if you can do anything. So she's got 1 hit.
Okay.
And she is going to be wounding you. She is only strength 3, so she's actually going to be wounding you on 6s.
Yes.
She wounded you.
She's wounded him.
They're feeling it. They're feeling the faith.
There's clearly some hard feelings here. But it's saved.
You're fine. We'll then do the Dominions. So, 2 attacks. 4, and then 3 off of the superior. I'll roll these all together because it's the same profile. So again, hitting on 5s. So we've got 2 hits, and that's it. 2 hits.
2 hits.
Just get rid of these other dice. Sorry, guys. And then these are wounding you again on 6s. I'll use my reroll that I have for Argent Shroud that I can still use. No, doesn't do anything. So they just sort of slap him a bit with their bolters. Right, next up, I will fight with the Sacrosancts. So
I see.
We're good to say they're within an inch of an inch, so I'm going to get all the attacks.
Yes.
Cool. So
You got some stratagems.
I have got some stratagems. So I'm going to drop exceptional proficiency for 1 CP. I've got 2 CP left, basically. And that's going to give them a +1 to hit, which is just going to negate his -1 to hit a little bit.
Okay.
So I'll spend that. I'll go down to 1 CP.
But just so you remember, no rerolls.
No rerolls.
There we go.
I'm going to remember not to reroll it this time. So the Sacrosancts are getting 2 attacks each off the 2 girls, and then we've got the 3 off the superior, which I will roll separately. So, actually, look, let's roll them all together, and I'll just use different coloured. I'll just use some different coloured dice.
Okay.
So, because they're all hitting on the same, and they're all going to be wounding on the same, the difference is going to come in the damage, if any get through. So, these are hitting you on 3s. I can't reroll. That's quite good. I've only missed twice.
Is it 3s?
Yes.
Normally 3s.
Goes back to 4s with your
Yes.
-1, goes
No,
down
you're
to
right.
3s. Yeah. And I do have a 6 in there, and because I have the passion for the exploding 6s to hit, I get an additional hit.
You do.
So that goes in there.
It's tasty.
And then these are going to be wounding you on
5s?
5s, yeah, because they
Yeah.
are strength 6. So I would like some tasty 5s here, please. Oh no. So those 2 have gone through.
Yes.
I've got 2 1s I can re-roll, so I will from the Palatine, which I will do. No. And I'm going to use my Argent Shroud re-roll, and I'll just do it on this 1 here. No.
No.
So, these have gone through.
Yes.
These are at -3,
Yes.
and they are 1 damage each. So I've only
Okay.
done 2 wounds to you.
So he doesn't have his invuln save. Is that correct?
Yes.
So he should have taken a wound earlier.
So he's down to 5,
So he's down to 5.
and he goes down by another 2, so he's down to 3.
He's down to 3.
This is quite interesting.
Yes.
Now, it would have been good to get the Spear of the Faithful through on the superior, because that's 3 damage a time.
That would have been nice, wouldn't it? But it didn't happen, so let's move on.
I can dream, Josh, I can dream, alright?
Now it's just up to the Palatine. Can the Palatine do it? Let's just, we'll come back and we'll see if she can.
Cool.
So can she do it? Can the Palatine kill belakor? Can
Yeah.
she? Let's twizzle him slightly.
Bit of high quality twizzling.
There we go. Look, faces the ones that have actually hurt him. He's not pleased, although he is still grinning. So here we go.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my last CP, and I'm going to drop it on something called Suffer Not the Witch. Using the shooting or the fighting or the fight phase. Basically, it means that if you're attacking a psyker, you get either +1 to hit if you're a regular sister, or if you're a character model, you get +1 to hit and +1 to wound. So she's a character, she's going to get both of those. So
Okay.
she ordinarily hits on a 2. Your -1 to hit goes to a 3, goes back to a 2. So I've got 3 attacks hitting on 2s. That's really rather good. Now, not only have I hit you all the times, she does benefit from Sacred Rites, which means she gets an additional 2 hits because
Okay.
those 6s have exploded. Now, I am wounding you here, again, because of the +1 to wound. She is +1 strength on her power sword, so
Yes.
she's gone to a 4. You are toughness 7, so I'd be wounding you on 5s. Because of my +1 to wound, I go back to a 4.
Yes.
So I'm going to be a bit cheeky, and I'm going to spend my last miracle dice here. So I get one of those wounds through automatically.
Okay. So you now just need to roll 4 1s and 2s.
Yes, and I can. I have got my Argent Shroud reroll here, so I can reroll one of these. Well, you were almost right. So she gets 1 through, and I'm going to reroll one of these.
Can she do it?
No!
No, she can't do
Ah!
it. She doesn't kill him. He survives on 1 wound to get some divine retribution, and he very much will do.
Right.
I hope you are ready for this, Miss Palatine,
Fight
because he's not very pleased. So after lots of debate, he's going to hit the Palatine. And he's on his last wound, so he's not as potent as he was. He is still going to do piercing strike, which means he does have 4 attacks. However, I've been reliably informed you've got more hijinks.
Yes, I have. So I gave her a relic at the start of when we formed our armies. The relic she has, it's one I've not really used before, but it looks quite fun, and I think it's going to be handy here. It's called the Iron Surplice of Saint Estalia. What this means, effectively, is she gets +1 to her wound characteristic, so she's 5 wounds, and she gets, for anyone who knows the game, transhuman physiology. In other words, she can only be wounded on a roll of a 4+.
Yes.
So none of this wounding on 2 nonsense from Mr. Big Demon Man here. No, he's coming up against Faith in the Emperor, which means he is wounding on a 4. He's probably still going to do it. But...
Your faith means nothing. Here we go. 2s. 2s to hit.
Oh, 1s, please. Oh, there's a 1. You can re-roll it.
You do re-roll that 1, though.
Yeah, you can re-roll it. Another 1?
No. So now we need 4s to wound.
You need 4s to wound, yes.
Give them a good shake. Here we go. We've got 2 wounds.
We've got 2 wounds.
And these are -4.
Yes.
However, that doesn't mean anything because you have a 4-up invulnerable save.
I do have a 4-up invulnerable save. Can I make some 4-ups? This is where I'm not going to make them, but let's see what happens. Make 1.
And you make
2.
the other. These 2 warlords, this ancient evil versus this pure faith, fight each other to a standstill. Here we are then, it's belakor turn 3. He's not going to fall back, because why would he? So we're going to move straight into the psychic phase. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to use, one more time, Betraying Shades. And we're going to use it on the sacrosands.
Please don't.
I'm going to do it.
I need them.
It is a warp charge value of 6, once again.
Yep.
So here we go. It goes off on
Definitely
a 10.
goes off. Well, I am going to have to try and deny you. It's been quite successful so far.
But you don't have to.
Oh, I'm going to have to.
Okay.
I can't have your sacrifice. You moaned at me about shooting belakor to death, and you're using these mind bullet nonsense, right? So we're going to try and deny it. This is where it's probably not going to work, but let's see what happens. It goes off.
It goes off. Right, so that means I now add up the unmodified attacks characteristic of your sacrosands and roll a bunch of dice.
7.
So it'd be 7 dice.
Yeah, because
So
we've got
1, 2, 3,
2, 4, and 3 on the Sarge, I think. Let me just check that.
So here we are then. 7 dice on the sacrosands. Looking for 6s.
Oh no.
Oh wow. That's 3 6s.
They did.
That's dead sacrosands.
They are dead. So I will remove the sacrosands. One thing I will do is though, I've just lost the sisters unit, so I will roll a miracle dice, which might come in handy. It's a 1. That's probably not going to come in handy.
That's probably not very useful.
No.
So then what we'll do, once you've removed them, is we'll also do a smite. We'll do it on the Palatine.
Perfect.
See if this works. Saving his best psychic juices to the end. Here we go. Okay, well it goes off. Smite on the Palatine. Do you wish to deny that?
Absolutely. So I'm going to try and deny that. I deny you, sir.
You deny it. Ah, dear. Well, here we go then. It's time for the combat phase. So it comes down to this then. Can the Palatine do it? There are no charging units. However, we do start with my opponent gets to select a unit to fight with first.
Hello there.
And that would be you.
Yes.
And you're going to select the single battle sister, yeah?
No, I'm selecting the Palatine, man. She's the warlord. She's annoyed at you. You've killed all her mates.
Yes.
She's going to have to hit you.
Okay, well, she can try. Go on then.
Indeed. Well, the good news is I've got a miracle dice of a 1, so I can't do anything with that. And I haven't got any CP, so I can't do any funky cool things. However, she would normally hit on a 2, you on -1 to hit, so she is hitting you on a 3. So she gets her 3 attacks. So I'd like some 6s here. I do. So I miss once, but because I've got a 6 and that explodes, I get a 3, basically. And now I'm winning you on 5s and 6s.
Okay.
That is. Do you want me to re-roll that, or
I would re-roll that one. Yes,
re-roll that
because it's a cock's dice.
No. So that is 1 wound.
Yes.
It is -3.
Yes.
And you don't have an invulnerable save.
I don't have an invulnerable save.
She reaches out, seeing this vast and mighty demon before her, and she banishes him back to the warp.
That's not very nice. Belakor is defeated. So there we have it then. The shrine is cleansed. Belakor did not get to defile this place, this barren planet. Who knows what his evil plan was, but it was certainly nothing very good. The sisters are victorious, having defeated Belakor in 3 turns.
Yes.
Yes, that's not bad.
No.
That's not bad at all. And you had 600 points of sisters.
Yeah, roughly 600 points.
And I had 360 points of belakor.
Yes.
So, you know, I feel like that's a fairly good, even balance. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was great. He's really good. Belakor was
just
great. Like he carved through most of the sisters, especially the Retributors, the Sacrosancts. They're some of the best units you can get as a sisters player. So yeah, really cool scenario. And yes, the sisters have won. I'd say it's a bit of a Pyrrhic victory, given that most of them are dead.
Yes.
But yeah, and Belakor got dinner, right? He got his souls, so he's happy anyway.
He's very happy. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Happy wargaming. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you want to support me further like these legends and bosses on the screen before you, you can do so. Head to patreon.com/warhipster or head to ko-fi.com/warhipster. Alternatively, you can now become a YouTube channel member by heading to the channel page and clicking on the join button just here, just like these absolute bosses have done. And if you just want to shoot me a little thanks, just because you really love this video, you can click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.